Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints Video channel for some of the content for our match preview ahead of Tuesday night's game up at Watford at Vicarage Road. Very quickly after that disappointing defeat at Newcastle, which we'll go into in a bit to start the video. Really disappointed with that performance, as you could have seen from my match review. No one really showed up, or very few players did at least, especially the ones that you'd expect to show up, like Bertrand, the senior example, just had an awful game. We need to address those problems, because we're lucky that we're in the position we're in. But the worst thing possible could be that we just go on an awful run of form to finish the season and potentially drop into that 18th position, which would be an absolute nightmare given how well we've played of late. But this is an alright chance to get back into the flow of actually playing really good football under Hasenhüttl. And yes, the game has come very quickly. It's just 3 days after the defeat at Newcastle. But on one side, you could say that it's not giving the players enough time to sort of mope about the defeat, if that makes sense. I think the mentality is that it's very sort of, alright, you've lost, now prove that you're going to get a result in the next game. And at the moment, we need 4 points to confirm safety. So if we could get a point at Watford and beat Bournemouth, we'll be safe by Sunday, which would be a really good thing to have sort of sorted out. But it's a really difficult game, this one. Watford are obviously in really good form, pushing for European football, and they'll need a win if they are to sort of put themselves in the driving seat, if that makes sense. So I expect them to come out fit and firing in this one, and we have to be able to cope with that. I think we're going to make changes, and you'll see which changes we think we're going to make with Tom's preferred 11. That should be out soon if you're watching this, as soon as this has come out. Honestly, the game's come so quick, I don't know when videos are coming out, in all honesty. But it's a little bit of a worry for me personally that we have to rotate, only because I still think the squad depth is too thin. You saw what happened on Saturday when we had Valerie ill and Vestergaard injured, what that meant to the team. Luckily we had Lamina back as well, because midfielders were looking a bit tired, and we need that extra bit of quality in the middle when we are rotating. It was so weak, and hopefully Valerie is recovering and he's back for this game, because I can't have another game of Jack Stevens at right back. Maybe Vestergaard will be back, hopefully, because at the moment I think he's our best defender. Bednarek had a quiet game on Saturday, not one of his best, so we'll see what goes on with that. But like I said, Watford, very big test for us, but we're lucky that we're in the position we're in, because 4 more points and we confirm safety. So I think we shouldn't worry, but we need to get the results as soon as possible. And obviously a win on Tuesday night would be fantastic, and almost certainly would confirm our place in the league next year. But like I said, we've got Bournemouth after this one, so hopefully we can be safe by Sunday. That would be the ideal situation. Whether that's a win on Tuesday or a win on Saturday, who knows. But I think it's really important that we go for this one, because we need to get the results as soon as possible. And I think Hasenhüttl has got the mentality that he wants us to go for every game. We've seen it, we saw it at Chelsea away, and managed to get a result there. We have played some of the big six. United away is a great example as well. You go for every game with the mentality of trying to win the football match, and I think that's what's been the positive under him. So we need to go out in this one and try and get something. I think a point would be a fantastic result, especially with the form Watford are in at the moment. We're lucky that they've got Troy Deeney suspended. I think he's a good player for them, but Delafeu could prove a threat. It just depends who they bring into it, really, because for them, they also played on Saturday, so I would expect a bit of rotation from them, especially because they'll have a game on the weekend as well. So it's a big test for us, but one that I hope we can handle. Like I said, there are some players that I think will come in. I'm not really looking forward to seeing. Matt Targett, I think, is a good example. Obviously, Bertrand didn't have the best game on Saturday, but he's miles better than Targett. But I think this is a good opportunity for players like, for me, Armstrong. I think he really deserves a start. Now that Lamine is back, he obviously deserves a start. He got the goal on Saturday. So it's a really good opportunity for players like that who haven't really featured as much as they maybe would have liked to. We know Armstrong's a cracking player when he's on form, and Lamina as well. You saw on Saturday, he's got all his tricks up his sleeve, and it's good to have him back as well, add a bit of quality to the squad, because like I said, I think if he wasn't back fit, we'd struggle with our depth. But I'm going to wrap it up there, keep it short, this preview. I'm going to go for 1-1. I do think we can get a point. We could win it. We're good enough to, but I think with the rotation and the game coming so quickly, I think both sides may be a little bit fatigued, and that could play in our advantage. I think it completely depends on who starts the game, because if we rotate the majority of the players who started on Saturday, we'll lose the game by a couple of goals. But if we keep some of the more fitter players like Redmond, Ward-Prowse, Højbjerg, Bednarek in there, then I think we have a good chance of getting something. So thank you very much for watching. I know it has been short, but the games are just coming quickly now, and we're getting to that sort of last bit of the season. Remember to like the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe if you haven't yet already, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.